welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul experience here at the Oracle Television pop-up studio in Stand 24. I'm joined by the fabulous Charlotte Cordrai, who's been absolutely chock-a-block booked all day long. Charlotte, tell us what you're doing on your stand.
Hi there. Well, basically I'm doing a real combination of different things. I do tarot, I do oracle cards, I do palmistry as well, but I also bring in numerology, dowsing, depending on the person's needs, because I'm a medium as well, so I bring that through, and obviously clairvoyance is being used all the time. So it is a fair old mix.
And what kind of customers have you had coming through today? What's on people's minds?
It's all very varied. A lot of people want to speak to their loved ones that have passed over, which is fantastic, but emotional, but it's part of the course, and it's really exciting to see them actually link, which is really nice. But some of it is relationships, where they stand, and being the spiritual event, what their spirituality is going to be like.
Now, some mediums tell me that the guides come through before they get to an event and are waiting with them all day long until the customer turns up. Is that what happens with you?
No. No, I don't actually work until I have to, so I'm not there waiting for everybody to come through. So I'm with one person, I'm completely with them.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody else waiting in the wings, as it were.
Okay.
So I don't work
But
like
how
that.
do you find it in an event of this size? I mean, there's 27,000 people coming here this weekend. It is phenomenal because we've got the Mind, Body, Soul experience up here. We've got the yoga show downstairs. Huge number of people. How does that work with you energetically?
Well, energetically, by the end of it, you're exhausted, obviously, but while you're using it, you're using your own capability to link in, to meditate beforehand, to really focus your energy in a powerful way so that you are focused. So it doesn't matter if you've got tannoys going off, people walking past, you kind of become oblivious to everything that's going on around you. So you are literally just focused on that one person.
Wow. So how long does reading take with you?
It's supposed to take half an hour, but unfortunately it does trickle over a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on needs. You know, I don't think that you can say everything in a space of 10, 15, 20 minutes. Half an hour gives it justice.
Yeah.
It's still not a real long reading, but it does give them the basics of what they need to know. And then if they want to know further, then they can sort of look for me again after that.
Now, you do appear at all of the major festivals, don't you?
I do, yes. Yeah.
And does that take up like every weekend of your life?
It did last year. I'm a bit more sensible this year, so no, it doesn't. I'm actually moving more towards corporate. So I'm doing a lot of corporate events, and the people that I see are very varied. They can be doctors, nurses, architects, accountants, people in investing, actors, actresses, singers, and the list goes on. So they are very varied right the way across the board. So they're not your typical people that you'd expect to come and see me either.
And how do people feel after having reading with you?
I can only go on my results of what they've written about me, what they've said to me, and it's lovely to get the responses that I do. I have wonderful hugs of people. They're related, they let me know that things are accurate. There was actually a couple today that I met in Canvey Island some time ago now, and the very first thing that they wanted to know was when they were going to move, and I was able to give the exact date, and they did move on that date.
Wow.
And so they've come back to me ever since.
Yeah. So that's what we get, is the validation,
Yeah,
the accuracy
absolutely.
coming
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the energy of this festival this time? How's it unfolding for you? It's the first day today. We're expecting a very busy Saturday and Sunday,
We are
aren't we?
indeed, yes. The energy is a bit mixed, and it depends on where you go. It does seem to be very varied. There's pockets of energy everywhere that seem to be lows and highs. Where I am, I'm quite lucky to be around healers. So I always find that the healing energy is the best energy for me. I do feel that that is really important. Other people don't like it so much. But one thing that I can say is if I'm next to crystals, then I've got a bit of a problem, because the mixture of different crystals actually energise you in such a way that you're all over the place, and it's quite sporadic with your own energy. So if you want to manage energy and you're a reader, best not to sit next to crystals.
So did you have an opportunity to choose that?
I did, yeah. I did ask specifically. I didn't want to be near crystals, so yeah.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I would not have thought that.
No, it's
Wow.
amazing.
You're just too sensitive to them.
Too sensitive. I always come away with a migraine. always.
Wow, well, we don't want that for sure.
No.
So do you tend to work with specific guides when you're working at an event like this? Do you call certain guides in?
I don't, no. I use the team that work with me. They are varied, they're very strong, they're very uplifting, they're amazing with their capability to give me the information. And what normally happens, I could still be doing the tarot, but if they come through, they get preference. And it could be their own guide that comes through. So I'll give them a description of their guide as well. And, you know, they are a bit impatient to some degree, so they'll interrupt everything that I'm doing, which is amazing. And I sometimes I think, oh my gosh, that's really brilliant, and I'll give them all the information, and they go, yes, you know, I've actually seen him and I wondered who he was. So it is good confirmation for them, but also for me.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Charlotte, for
No,
coming
you're very
through.
welcome.
And it's been a pleasure to catch up with you, and we wish you the very best for the next 2 days.
Thank you.
So that's us signing off from the Oracle TV pop-up studio. We're being told it's time to close. We'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see you soon.